Let's bring in Jim Gallant. Great to have him with us. He is with the Union of Postal Workers. Hey, Jim, thanks for taking the time to get to our studios today amid this news. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us on.
All right, your take on what you're hearing there from the minister, what it means.
Well, I kind of like the way you framed it when you said this is likely to happen. I think that Canadians and postal workers have an opportunity here to say this isn't going to happen, and the government's wrong on this. And they say that they're following Bill Kaplan's report, but they follow Bill Kaplan's report. Bill Kaplan follows Canada Post's recommendations, and your guest that was on a few minutes ago, I was able to hear him, and Mr. Lee, he's the same thing. He reads Canada Post's report and regurgitates them for them. So we end up with everybody else on your show will say this is what's needed, but this is Canada Post's narrative from the beginning, and the only way to stability with the post office is to get a collective agreement with us and stop all these games.
Does some of this make sense, Jim? I mean, based on what you're hearing, though, let's say the idea of, door-to-door home delivery that about 4 million people in Canada still have, where, in some cases there's really no mail that comes on a given day. Does it make sense to bring in some of those community mailboxes like we see for, I believe it's, 70% or more Canadians have right now, apartment buildings, condos, or down at the end of the street?
So the problem is that Mr. Lee said that was only in affluent neighborhoods. It's not true. It's in neighborhoods that they haven't put CMBs in yet. And I can tell you, I've delivered the mail, and you do not go to somebody's house that doesn't have mail. So there's already days that if I don't have a letter for Todd, I don't go to Todd's house. So we've already, because of the reduction in mail over the years, there are fewer people delivering mail. That's the way that the way jobs go up and down. And but in this case, when you drop delivery to all these points of call, and you might drop it multiple days of the week, there's going to be huge job loss, and we're not going to take that laying down. We're going to want to deal with that. And Mr. Lee talks about us looking to get somebody a parachute. We're looking for them to keep their job and keep working for Canadians and provide a service that the government says is important. But instead of improving the service, they're going to cut the service, so there's going to be nothing left of it. I don't understand Minister Lightbound's position on this.
Yeah, so let me just ask you, because we did have Ian Lee, business analyst, on less than 10 minutes ago, and I'm glad you listened into that, because one of his big points was that the union needs to realize Canada Post is going to collapse unless concessions are made by your union. What do you make of that?
I've been listening to Mr. Ian Lee since the 1980s, and he was wrong then, and all the papers that he's put out since. And in 2015, the parcel market was booming, and he said that it was going to go somewhere, and he's going back to say, "I told you so." But no one believed him then, and now parts of it happen to be right. That some volumes have dropped. We understand that, and it's already led to some job loss, and we understand that, but we cannot understand driving the service away. Minister Lightbound didn't say that the government was going to stop using FedEx and UPS and letting money be offshored, those profits being sent to the States. But instead, he's saying that we're not going to deliver to people. Well, guess who are? Those other companies. We're supposed to be a service, and they're taking profit and moving it out of the country instead of us delivering it as a service. And that's what the government's helping them to do.
Hey, Jim, it's always good to see you. I appreciate you taking the time to get to our studios there in Ottawa and give us your take on this story. All the best.
Thank you.